It is the Troopers' third game in 2 days. Welcome back to Ernie Rodolini Field, Thorn Rider Park, ladies and gentlemen. James Timberlake here alongside Steven Schreffler doing our camera work for the day. You can be watching this game between the Troopers and the Billings Flyers over on SheridanMedia.com if you'd like. Troopers won both yesterday against the Flyers. They won 19-0 in the first game and then 10-0 in the second game. Both 10-inning run rule games, so 29 runs over those two games. And the Troopers looking to duplicate that with this one here today. Just one here today, no doubleheader, so we'll just have the 11 o'clock start here, and then we will wrap things up after that game. Taking a look at the defensive positions for the Troopers here in this third game. Pitching today, starting things off, Will Greer will be on the bump. Catching, Blaine Phillips. Out at first base is Tyler Reeson. Playing second base is Tanner Hamrick. Playing at third base is Frankie Maestri. Over at shortstop, Cale Hamrick. In left field is Riley Green. In center field is Tyler Hutton. And in right field is Avin Barney. The lineup for the 406 Flyers goes this way. Dakota Quast will lead things off, followed by Seth Wren batting second. Batting third is Brennan Harlan. Batting fourth is Christian Davis. Batting fifth, Asa Fox. Batting sixth is Trevor Golick. Batting seventh, Lucas Reaver. Batting eighth, Drew Higas. And then rounding things out, batting ninth, Coco Davis. It is a very, let's say, tight lineup schedule for both of these teams. The Flyers only brought 9 players. They only have 9 players here today, and the Troopers only got 10 on their field. The Troopers are going to be fielding an extra hitter as well. Lath Brown will take that extra hitting spot. The Troopers will go through 10 in their lineup card. 10 will come to the plate, and then the Flyers obviously just 9 here at the field today, so they'll only have 9 in their lineup. And a little bit of an unconventional day. Obviously, it's post-prom, and the lineups kind of reflect that for the Troopers anyway. Not as many people as you'd normally see here in terms of players. So we'll see how it works out for the Troopers. We'll get things going here in just a second. Dakota Quast, again, leading things off for the Troopers, or excuse me, for the Flyers. And Will Greer on the mound for the Troopers. And we are just about ready to go as Will Greer steps up behind the mound and gets set to start today off. Again, the Troopers looking to duplicate what they were able to do yesterday. 19-0 the first game, 10-0 the second game. They would be very happy if they could replicate that here today. First pitch to Quast is way outside to the lefty for ball one. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. So a 1-0 count to Quast, and here comes the 1-0. That one a little bit high and outside as well for ball two. Very much an overcast day here today, but the wind is not as strong as it was yesterday, so it's a little bit warmer. But as there was no cloud in the sky yesterday, it's nothing but clouds here today. The 2-0 in there for strike one from Greer. So 2-1 count to Quast. Here it comes. That one hit on the ground towards Tanner Hamrick at second. Fields it cleanly, throw over to first in time to get Quast to start the game. So after the ground out from Quast, it's going to bring up Seth Wren coming to the plate. The Troopers in their red, almost t-shirts. I don't even know if I would call them jerseys. They're more t-shirts, I guess. And the first pitch to Wren is a little bit low for ball one. The 406 Flyers wearing some royal blues with the white pants. Troopers wearing the red and white pants. Swing and a missed by Wren for strike one. Will Greer so far this year on the mound, he's got 11 innings pitched, 2 starts. So far this year, he's got a .636 ERA, so one of the best ERAs on the team as he throws one in there for strike two. So a quick 1-2 count to Wren. So sub-1 ERA for Will Greer. Here comes the 1-2. Catches the outside corner for strike three. Gets Wren looking for out number 2 here in the inning. That's going to bring up Brennan Harlan. Harlan, the starting pitcher as well for this Flyers team. And Greer is ready to go. Here comes the first pitch to Harlan. That one inside for ball one. Harlan, a righty. Here comes the 1-0. That one's way outside for ball 2. Greer as well, only 9 strikeouts on the season so far, 5 walks, so getting a lot of forced soft contact. And that added tally here at 10 strikeouts now in total after striking out Seth Wren on a backwards K. Here comes the 2-0, swing and a miss by Harlan. Make it a 2-1 count. Top of the first here, 2-1 count to Harlan. Still tied 0-0, 2 down in the inning for the Flyers. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and dribbled left side toward the third baseman over there, Frankie Maestri. He fields a cleanly throw to first in time for out number 3. So the Flyers bring 3 to the plate, none on, none across. We head to the bottom half of the first with the Troopers leading, tied 0-0. We head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Trooper Baseball here on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number 1 in a number 2 business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
Hi, this is Brent Wolf with Sheridan Motors, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Troopers come to the plate here in the bottom of the first after not allowing any runs in the top of the first against the 406 Flyers. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Troopers here. Tyler Hutton will lead things off, followed by Cale Hamrick batting second. Tyler Reeson batting third. Frankie Maestri, who made that last out there, will be bat fourth. Avin Barney batting fifth. Will Greer batting sixth. Blaine Phillips batting 7th, Riley Green batting 8th, and Lath Brown is going to be that extra hitter with the 10-man lineup. He's going to be batting 9th, and then Tanner Hamrick will round things out at the 10-hole, and the defensive assignments for the 406 Flyers. Brennan Harlan will be the starting pitcher. Christian Davis, the catcher. At first base, is Dakota Quast. At second base is Coco Davis. At third base, Lucas Reaver. At shortstop, Drew Hygas. In left field is Seth Wren. In center is Trevor Golick. And in right field is Asa Fox. So Tyler Hutton stepping in, the lefty, ready to go. And the first pitch from Harlan. Here it comes. That one a little bit high and outside for ball 1. Troopers worked a ton of walks yesterday. It was a walkathon. That first game, I think they worked close to 8 or 9 walks or something like that. Allowed a lot of those runs to come in. Here comes the 1-0. That one's a little bit outside as well for ball 2. Second game, not as many walks, but they were still able to work some of them and get some timely hitting as well from a couple of guys. Here comes the 2-0. In there for strike 1 to Hutton. So 2-1 count to the leadoff man for the Troopers. And here it comes. That one just a little bit outside as well. So make it a 3-1 count for Tyler Hutton. And here comes the 3-1. Hit pretty well into center field. Center fielder going back for the Flyers, going back and run down by the center fielder out there, Trevor Golick, for out number 1 out in the left center gap. That's going to bring up Cale Hamrick, the perennial number 2 guy in this lineup, it seems like. He steps in, is ready to go. And here comes the first pitch to Hamrick. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. That was a little bit of a delayed call there from our umpire, but called strike 1 nonetheless. To the right-handed Cale Hamrick. Here comes the 0-1. That one outside for ball 1. Brennan Harlan, also a right-hander on the bump. One count now to Hamrick. And here it comes. Catches the inside part of the plate for strike two. Hamrick didn't love that one. But it goes a 1-2 count nonetheless to the two-hole hitter. And here comes the 1-2. That one a little bit high for ball two. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of early morning jitters, I guess is what we'd call it for this team. Prom last night for a lot of these guys. It's hard waking up the day after that and coming to play a baseball game at 11 a.m. The 2-2 to Hamrick is low, bounces early for ball three. So now full count to Cale Hamrick. One down in the inning. Here it comes. That one low as well for ball four. So Cale Hamrick works a one-out walk to get on base for the three-hole hitter, Tyler Reeson. Reeson had a pretty good day yesterday as well. He had a 4 RBI game in the first game yesterday. A couple singles and an RBI groundout. Had a leadoff double in the second game as well. As a pickoff move over towards Cale Hamrick, not in time. So Tyler Reeson trying to stay hot here after a very productive day out of that three-hole spot yesterday. He's ready to go. Here comes the first pitch. That one fouled off towards the third base dugout. So 0-1 count to Reeson. Again, just one game today. We had a doubleheader yesterday, but just one here today to round out a 3-game series against the Flyers for the Troopers. So this will be our lone matchup. The 0-1's hit pretty well into left center field. That one's going back, still going back, and off the top of the wall in left field. It bounces away from the center fielder and ricochets away. Cale Hamrick's going to come home and score easily, and Reeson is going to slide into third. Stand-up double, no sliding needed. Reeson hammered that ball. If that fence was a little bit more to the left, that would have been a home run, no problem. So Reeson stays hot with an RBI triple. And then Frankie Maestri comes to the plate and gets nailed right in the arm, his left arm. He's kind of holding it a little bit gingerly down there as he walks down to first base. We're going to get time here from Austin Cowan over in the third base box just to let Maestri down at first, walk it off a little bit. Maestri unable to get away from that one that came inside. Hit him in the wrist, it looks like, is what he's holding. Forearm area of that left arm. But he's walking it off. Looks like he's going to try to stay in the game. Again, the Trooper's a little short-handed today, so going to try to walk it off as much as he can. So Reeson over on third, Frankie Maestri over on first now after the hit batsman. It's going to bring up Avin Barney, the right fielder. First pitch to Avin, swung on and missed. Went and chased that one. Would have been low and out of the zone, but took a hack at it anyways. 0-1 count to the lefty now. And here comes, no step off by Harlan over on the mound. No throw, though. Just a step off. Just letting Maestri know he knows he's over there. 0-1 count, Maestri going, and Maestri should slide into second base safely, so the throw over to first is in time from the second baseman. That is a very productive hit and run there, as Tyler Reeson also comes home to score from third base. So a well-executed hit and run by the Troopers. Gets an RBI for Barney, and then gets Maestri over in scoring position as well. So 2 down in the inning, 2-0 lead for the Troopers. Maestri over on second. Will Greer coming to the plate. First pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Greer, a right-hander in the box. We get a step off from Harlan on the mound. And now Greer ready to go again. 1-0 count to Greer. 2 down in the inning, 2-0 lead for the Troopers. Here comes the 1-0. That one in there for strike 1. Caught the outside corner. One count now to Greer as he dribbles one third base side. It's going to be foul. So a 1-2 count to the 6-hole hitter. 1-2, 2 down. Maestri still over on second base, getting a good lead. And here comes the 1-2 outside for ball 2. So Cale Hamrick has come around to score. Tyler Reeson brought him home with an RBI triple. Then Avid Barney brought home Tyler Reeson as Greer fouls one off right into himself. So it'll stay a 2-2 count. So two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. Here comes the 2-2. That one inside for ball number 3. Harlan was walking off the field thinking he got strike 3, but instead got ball number 3. So now 3-2 count. And here it comes. In there for strike 3. Catches Will Greer looking for out number 3. And we head into the top half of the second. Troopers get 2 across to make it a 2-0 lead. You're listening to Troopers Baseball here on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Planning for a busy summer tourism season? Be prepared for extra business with First Federal Bank and Trust Cash Management Solutions. Our local cash management experts will help you streamline your cash flow and minimize risk so you can focus on delivering exceptional service to your customers. Visit efirstfederal.bank to contact our cash management team today. Make this summer your best yet with the help of First Federal Bank and Trust, Sheridan's only mutual bank. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Mandolyn Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy. During construction, Hospital Pharmacy downtown will still be open our regular hours and our parking lot is still accessible from Gold Street. However, if you don't want to fight the construction, we'll come to you. For a small $2 delivery fee, we can bring your prescriptions to you. Just give us a call at 672-2426. Whether you stop by Hospital Pharmacy downtown or have us deliver, we hope to see you soon.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
So we're going to the top half of the second inning. Troopers leading 2-0. As Cale Hamrick gets on with a walk and then gets driven in by Tyler Reeson on an RBI triple. And then after that, Frankie Maestri gets hit by a pitch, and then, Reeson was on third after the RBI triple, and then Avid Barney hits a ground ball, a productive ground ball, RBI ground out for Avid Barney, and that's the extent of the scoring. So Reeson comes around to score, Hamrick comes around to score, and it is a 2-0 lead for the Troopers here in the top half of the second. And Christian Davis, it's going to be 4-5-6 for the Flyers. Christian Davis leading things off, the catcher for this Flyers team. Will Greer still on the mound, did a very good job in the first inning. Got a couple groundouts and a strikeout. Went 1-2-3. First pitch to Davis. In there for strike 1. Looked like a breaking ball. Quick 0-1 count to Davis. And here comes the 0-1. That one hits Davis. Backed up a little bit, but kind of just let it skim his arm. And he is going to get on with a free base. So now free base runner for the Flyers. And that's going to bring up Asa Fox, the right fielder. And just like out of nowhere, a wind starts coming in from right center field. And a bunt laid down by Asa Fox, a perfect bunt on the third base line. Will Greer's going to try to field himself, throw over to first, not in time. It goes over the head of Tyler Reeson over there at first base. That's going to allow Davis to come around, and he's rounding third, trying to score. A throw in from Evan Barney is nearly in time, but sliding in safely is Christian Davis as Asa Fox gets onto second base as well on the errant throw. It didn't even look like Tyler Reeson was ready for that ball. I think he kind of knew that no matter what Will Greer threw over there, that Fox was going to be safe on first regardless, so he wasn't even ready for it. It would have been over his head regardless. But right when it was released from Will Greer's hand, he was basically turning around and running towards the fence down the first base line. So now a 2-1 lead for the Troopers after the E1, and the first pitch to Golick is low for ball one. So a 1-0 count to Golick with Fox over on second, and the 1-0 low as well for ball two. So 2-0 count to Golick. Still none down here in the inning for the Troopers. 2-1 lead on the range scoreboard. And here comes the 2-0. That one swung on and missed by Golick. Pretty good hack. Just missed it, though. Here comes the 2-1 to Golick. That one's fought off right field. It's going to be out of play. Foul territory. Evan Barney gave it a look, but it's going to be a long run, and he wasn't going to make it anyway. So now 2-2 count for Will Greer. Put himself in kind of a precarious situation after throwing an errant throw, allowing Davis to come around to score, and Asa Fox on second. And that one, the famous, nearly hits Golick, but he left his bat up and he fouled it off. That doesn't happen often, but when it does, it is quite a sight. That is a reminder for all you kids, if you're going to duck out of the way, bring the bat down as well. Here comes the 2-2. That one's outside for ball three, so 3-2 count to Golick. That would have been ball four if he had not had his bat up when he tried to duck out of the way, fouling it off. Comes the 3-2 from Greer, swung on and missed by Golick. So that is the second strikeout for Greer. And that's going to bring up Lucas Reaver. We're going to get a quick time here as Cale Hammer comes to Will Greer, has a quick conversation with him, maybe some pick-off notations that they're trying to plan together here. Whatever signal's thrown up. Asa Fox is still over on second base. Lucas Reaver to the plate now. One down in the inning. Here comes the first pitch to Reaver. That one in there for strike one. And the 0-1-2 Reaver in there for strike two. So a quick 0-2 count to Reaver. One down in the inning. Will Greer ready to go. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed by Reaver and tagged out by Blaine Phillips at home plate as it was in the dirt. So after a bit of a compromise situation for Will Greer after the error, he's got two straight strikeouts, and now on the verge of getting out of it with just one run coming across. 2-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. And Drew Hygest to the plate now as he watches ball 1 on the outside. So Fox still over there on second base after reaching on the E1. And Hygest come to the plate. Here comes the 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Throw it down to second, but not in time. One count to Hygest now. 2 down in the inning. Troopers looking to get out of this one, out of this jam. And here it comes. That one kind of fended off into right center field. Going to be a tough play for Barney, but diving play and makes the play to save a run by Avon Barney. So, Flyers get 1 across, get a couple on, get 1 across. Troopers still lead 2-1 on the range scoreboard. Heading to the bottom half of the second, you're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Hi, this is Callie Drell, Mortgage Loan Officer at First Bank of Wyoming. We work hard to provide competitive loan options to fit your unique financial situation. We understand that applying for a loan can be overwhelming, but our team of experienced lenders are with you every step of the way to guide you through the borrowing process. Whether you're looking to purchase a new car, consolidate debt, or finance a home, we'll help you find the perfect loan option. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you looking for that fantastic in-town location with space for everyone, swoon-worthy mountain views, and a gorgeous park-like setting? Hi, this is Kim Hall with ERA Carroll Realty. Come take a look at 434 Crescent Drive, 5,300 plus square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. In the desirable Keywood addition, this solid-built brick home is sure to please. Give me a call today, Kim Hall, ERA Carroll Realty, and the Pinnacle Home and Land Group, 520-227-5543.
This is Jamie Barkell with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Trooper Baseball. Troopers lead 2-1 on the range scoreboard as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. It's going to be Blaine Phillips coming to the plate to lead things off. Then Riley Green and Lath Brown will be 7, 8, 9. And again, the Troopers batting 10 here today. Lath Brown is sitting in that extra hitter position, if you will. As Blaine Phillips steps in, ready to go, the lefty. And first pitch she sees is popped into center field. It's actually shorter, so in the infield. And it's fielded behind second base for out number 1. Just jammed him a little bit there. That's going to bring up Riley Green, left fielder in this game. First pitch to Riley. A little bit high for ball 1. Riley Green wanted to go at it, but held back. And here comes the 1-0. That one's low and inside for ball 2. As I look out into the bullpen in left field for the Troopers, looks like Avon Barney warming up, it looks like. So I might get a change in pitcher here in this inning, maybe the next inning. Here comes the 2-0. That one dribbled left side towards the third baseman and not fielded cleanly. That's going to allow Riley Green to reach first base safely on the E5. That's going to bring up Lath Brown, the extra hitter in the lineup for the Troopers. Riley Green now on first base after the bobbled exchange from Lucas Reaver over there at third base. First pitch to Lath. Blooped into center field. Going to be a tough play for everyone. It's just going to drop in behind second base. That was going to be a tough play. Center fielder was playing deep, and the shortstop had to run out there, kind of in that triangle area out in center field to try to make that play, but it just drops in. So that will go down as not the loudest single in the world, but a single nonetheless. You'll take him any way you can get him, right? That's baseball for you. Tanner Hammer coming to the plate now, the 10-hole hitter. Second baseman for the Troopers team today. Runners on first and second, Green on second, and Lath Brown over on first. Hammer squares around but pulls back for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Hamrick, 1 down in the inning. Troopers leading 2-1 on the range scoreboard. Here comes the 1-0. That one swung on and missed by Hamrick. So no sign to Tanner here. Looks like they're just going to let him swing away again. Here comes the 1-1. That one in there for strike 2. So 1-2 count to Tanner. Runners on first and second. Here comes the 1-2. Popped foul out of play. So stays 1-2 to Tanner Hamrick. And here it comes. That one outside to the righty for ball 2. 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. Here it comes again. That one right back up the middle. Stopped by Harlan on the mound. And it's going to flip over to first to get Tanner Hamrick. But he does move up the other 2 runners. So productive out for Tanner Hamrick. That's going to bring up Tyler Hutton back to the top of the lineup with runners on second and third now. Riley Green on third and Lath Brown on second. First pitch to Hutton. A little bit high for ball 1. Harlan on the mound wanted that one, but no digs, says the home plate umpire. 1-0 to Hutton. That one's inside for ball 2. So a quick 2-0 count to the leadoff man for the Troopers. 2 down in the inning. Here comes the 2-0. That one's way outside for ball 3. So now Hutton on the verge of forcing a walk and loading the bases. With a 3-0 count here. As he steps in, ready to go. Here it comes. Low for ball 4. So Cale Hamrick will come to the plate with the bases loaded in a big spot for him. So Hutton on first, Lath Brown on second, and Riley Green on third with Cale Hamrick coming to the plate. First pitch to Cale Hamrick is bounced, and Riley Green is going to try to get to home plate, and he slides in safely. So no longer will the bases be loaded, but a run does come across on the wild pitch. And now we got runners on second and third as everybody moved up one spot after the wild pitch. And we're going to get a meeting on the mound from the Flyers manager. It's a 3-1 lead now for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. Still 2 outs in the inning. It's a 1-0 count to Cale Hamrick. So still plenty of damage to possibly be done here if you are the Trooper lineup. And again, walks were a big issue yesterday for the Flyers, throwing a bunch of walks in that first game that led to a 19-0 loss, and then only a couple in the second game, but they were still costly with some timely hitting included for the Troopers. 10-0 loss in that second game for the Flyers. So Hamrick, as the manager walks back to the dugout, the meeting over, Hamrick ready to step back in, and here we go. The 1-0 to Hamrick. Dribbled third base side, going to get through the hole in between third and short. That's going to allow Lath Brown to come around to score. Hutton speeding towards home plate as well from second base. He's going to come around to score. So a 2 RBI single for Cale Hamrick. So now the Troopers have pushed 3 across here. And that's going to bring up Tyler Reeson, who's already got an RBI triple on the day. Very similar situation to what we had the first time he was up to play with Cale Hamrick on first. RBI opportunity again. 1-0 count to Reeson after that ball's outside. Pickoff move towards Hamrick over towards first, but not in time. So now a 5-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. 1-0 count to Reeson. And here it comes. That one in there for strike one. Caught the inside corner, the high and inside corner, if you will. So now 1-1 count to Tyler. Here it comes again. That one fouled off third base side, out of play. Caught him on the hands a little bit there. Every time Tyler Reeson swings, it looks like he's trying to put one over the left field fence. Got a big, strong swing. Here comes the 1-2. That one low and bounced in the dirt for ball two. No matter how many turf fields we see, I'm always going to say in the dirt. Doesn't sound as good. In the pellets, in the turf, I guess you could say. It's always been in the dirt. 2-2 count to Reeson. Cale Hamrick over at first. 2 down in the inning. Here it comes as Hamrick is going. Didn't have a great jump, and the throw down bobbled by Coco Davis. It was a good throw by Christian Davis. Coco Davis at second base. Bobbled there. Was a good throw by Christian Davis. But Hamrick slides in time. I think if Coco Davis over there on second base feels like cleanly gets the tag down, they may have Cale Hamrick. So 3-2 count now to Reeson. 2 down in the inning. Payoff pitch. And here it comes. That one skied on the infield. And fielded by Harlan. No, dropped by Harlan, the pitcher, as he tried to field his position off the mound. That's usually not the situation when I put your pitcher in. You usually just allow the first baseman to go and get that, or the second baseman or something like that, for that reason right there. It's awkward coming off the mound like that and trying to field it, have your eyes correct, and Harlan just lets it hit off the heel of his glove and lands on the ground. So that allows Reeson to get on with an E1 as Tyler Reeson steps off and tries to get to second base. And Cale Hamrick's going to come home to score. And then out at first base is Tyler Reeson as he tries to get back. So the run does come home to score to make it a 6-1 lead after the forced pickoff from Reeson. Reeson gets thrown out, though. So that will end the inning. 4 come across in the inning here for the Troopers. 6-1 lead. You're listening to Trooper Baseball here on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Skip the classroom, but not the credits this summer at Sheridan College. Whether you're looking to reduce your fall college workload, have a class to make up, or simply get ahead this summer, their transferable online classes can be taken at your own pace and applied to a degree or certificate, all while enjoying your favorite summer activities and adventures. Registration is open now and classes begin May 13th, so visit Sheridan.edu or call 675-0500 to learn more. Sheridan College, a higher degree of you.
Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best. I just wanted to take the first second of this ad to ask, how's it going? If you haven't already been told so, I hope you have an awesome day. And if you already heard this, maybe go say have a great day to someone else. This is the attitude of our real estate team, and at the very least, it's a change of pace from what you've heard so far today. This is also part of our identity and service at Best. You don't want a salesman working for you, you want a professional, but also a person that'll look out for your best interests in real estate. If this is what you hope for from your agent, give us a call at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net today.
Proudly brokered by EXP. Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Take a 6-1 lead on the Range scoreboard. 4 come across in the bottom half of the second. We do have a change on the mound for the Troopers. Avin Barney will come into from right field and do the pitching here. To start off this third inning, Will Greer will just straight swap with him, so Will Greer will go into right field. And we'll see what Avin Barney can do with a nice 5-run cushion here. Coming to the plate first for the Flyers, Coco Davis, 9-hole hitter. Then it'll be back to the top of the lineup, Dakota Quast, and then Seth Wren. Coco Davis's first plate appearance here today. And the first pitch from Barney, the lefty, a little bit outside for ball 1 to Coco Davis, the right-hander. Here comes the 1-0 from Barney. Just a little bit outside for ball 2. So a 2-0 count now from Barney. And here comes that one in there for strike 1, 2-1 count. And here comes the 2-1. That one in there as well for strike two. No swing there from Davis. So now 2-2 count. Barney, another one of those pitchers for the Troopers that works very quickly. Here comes the 2-2. That one just a little bit high for ball three. We saw a little bit yesterday from Frankie Maestri, who was basically just stepping on the bump, gets the ball, steps on the bump, ready to throw, and that's a similar situation with Evan Barney. Gets the ball, gets a sign, throws the pitch. Here comes the 3-2. That one a little bit high to Coco Davis, so that's a leadoff walk for the 9-hole man. To bring up the top of the lineup, Dakota Quast, he grounded out to the second baseman to lead things off in this game. 0 for 1 on the day. So leadoff runner for the Flyers as Barney throws one a little bit high and inside for ball one to the left-hander Dakota Quast. Up towards the helmet area, but no damage done. 1-0 count now to Quast. That one dribbled right back towards Tanner Hamrick at second base. Going to try to turn it with his brother Kale at second, but not in time as he just holds the throw over to first. So they get the force out at second base and keep the double play in order. And that's going to bring up Seth Wren. So Quast now over on first as Seth Wren comes to the plate. He swings and misses the first pitch he sees. For strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pickoff move from Barney. Not in time. So an 0-1 count to Seth Wren. One down in the inning. 6-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. And here comes the 0-1. Swung on, dribbled right at Frankie Maestri at third base. He throws over to second to get Hamrick. And out number 3 for a double play, a 5-4-3 double play. Frankie Maestri fielded it clean. He threw over to Tanner over at second. Tanner threw over to first for out number 3. So that will get the Troopers out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the third. Troopers leading 6-1 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Wyoming Corporate Office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming Corporate Office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
With summer right around the corner, the outdoors are calling. Will you pick up the phone? Campco Federal Credit Union can help you put the fun in funding your summer adventures. Whether it's an RV for camping, a boat to hit the lake, or a side-by-side to let loose and feel the wind in your hair, Campco Federal Credit Union has the competitive rates to give you a summer to remember. You can apply online now at campcofcu.com or visit us in person at our Gillette, Wright, or Sheridan branches. Campco Federal Credit Union, NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
6-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Troopers get out of a leadoff walk thanks to a double play to end the inning. Brendan Harlan will still be on the mound. We're going to have 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Troopers. Frankie Maestri will lead things off, followed by Evan Barney, and then Will Greer to get things going here in the bottom half of this third inning. It is a skeleton crew here for both teams, the Troopers included. Troopers have one of their players going down, basically the last person who was up in the lineup the previous inning, going down to the first base box and being the proverbial first base coach. So skeleton crew for the Troopers as well as this Flyers team today. Post-prom for the Troopers, obviously. First pitch to Maestri. As we get things going here in this bottom half of the third is in there for strike one, a breaking ball from Harlan. So right now over in the first base box is Tyler Reeson. Here comes the 0-1. That one outside for ball one. 1-1 count now from Maestri, or to Maestri. That one's high for ball 2. Two-one count to Maestri. Here it comes from Harlan. And that one's high as well for ball 3. Harlan just not coming down enough on those pitches and leaving them up high. So the payoff pitch, 3-1. Here comes to Maestri. Swing and a miss by Maestri. That one was in the zone. So now full count. And now the payoff pitch to Maestri, 3-2. Swing and a miss by Maestri for strike 3. So Maestri goes down swinging for out number 1. And that will bring up Avon Barney. Avon Barney, the pitcher in that last half inning. He had an RBI ground out to the second baseman back in the first. And the first pitch he sees here is in there for strike 1. So Harlan, after some trouble back in the bottom half of the second, now calming down a little bit, throwing some good strikes. Here comes the 0-1 to Barney. That one's in there as well for strike 2. Harlan looking like he's working a lot quicker and a lot more confidently here. Here comes the 0-2 hit in between the hole, but between first and second. That's going to get through for Avon Barney, so that's a base hit. Good piece of hitting on 2 strikes by Avon Barney. That's going to bring up Will Greer, the right fielder now. He started the day off pitching and then just swapped places with Avon Barney. Out in right field now. He struck out looking back in the first, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. So Barney over on first base, as we're going to get time really quickly. Got time from the catcher, it looked like. And now we're ready to go. Barney gets his lead over at first base now. 1 down in the inning, 6-1 lead for the Troopers. Barney going, swing and a miss by Will Greer, and Barney is in there as it hits off his back leg, and he kind of dribbles into left field, but he's going to stay on second base. So stolen base for Avon Barney. We'll put a runner in scoring position for Will Greer. After he swung and missed at that one, so an 0-1 count for Greer. Here it comes. Swing and a miss by Greer again. That time, that one was way outside. He reached for that one on the outside corner towards the left-handed batter's box. So an 0-2 count to Greer. Barney over on second after the stolen base. Here it comes, the 0-2. That one kind of dribbled right towards the second baseman over there. Fielded cleanly on one hop. Throw over to first in time for out number 2. That does move up Avon Barney, though, over to third base. That's going to bring up Blaine Phillips. Catcher in this game. He popped out to the shortstop back in the second, so he's 0 for 1 on the day as well. So Troopers looking to add one more run here in this inning at the very least. First pitch to Phillips. Very similar situation here. He pops it up towards the shortstop, and he fields it cleanly for out number 3. Got jammed once again, and it was just a pop out right to the shortstop on the infield. So, Troopers get one on, but none come across as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. You're listening to Trooper Baseball here on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Dealing with bone and joint issues? Schedule a visit with Sheridan Orthopedic Associates. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons are experts in all aspects of orthopedics, focusing on sports injuries as well as joint problems from the feet, ankles, and knees to the spine and upper extremities. After all, they've been providing the area with surgical excellence and outstanding patient care for almost 50 years. Learn more about Sheridan Orthopedic Associates online at SheridanOrtho.com.
Does your outfit need refueled? Roll on into Farmers Co-op. Their large parking lot and easy access pumps make fueling up a breeze. Feeling a little hungry? While you're there, pick up a little something from the Country Store Deli. Perhaps a Polish sandwich, chicken wings, or taquitos. Top it off with chips and a cold drink, and you're good to go. Farmers Co-op, open Mondays through Fridays from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m., weekends 6 a.m. to 10. For your convenience at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Troopers leading 6-1 on the range scoreboard as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. Troopers got 2 in the first, 4 in the second, none in the third. And the Flyers got 1 in the second, none in either the first or the third. And that is the extent of the scoring so far today. We're going to get 3, 4, 5 coming to the plate, the heart of the order for the Flyers. Brendan Harlan will lead things off. Had a solid last half inning on the mound. He had allowed runs, obviously, in the last 2 innings, but that time just allowed four batters to come to the plate. Allowed just 1 on. Now he will come up to the plate, try to help himself against Avon Barney. First pitch from Avon Barney is inside for ball 1 as Harlan had to scoot away from that one. That was one of your classic just overthrows from Avon Barney. Here comes the 1-0. A little bit outside to the righty for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 to Harlan. That one outside as well. So a quick 3-0 count to Harlan. Looking to get another leadoff man on if possible. Got one last inning as well. Here comes the 3-0. That one outside. I guess it's a 3-1 count, excuse me. One of those in there was called a strike. I didn't see it. I apologize. So 3-1. That's for sure. 3-1 count now to Harlan. And here it comes. Swing and a miss by Harlan. Harlan swung out of his shoes on that one. He was trying to crush that ball. So full count now. Payoff pitch coming from Barney. And swing and a miss by Harlan for out number 1. That's going to bring up Christian Davis, the catcher, here today. Some other action going on around the sports world. We got a Game 7 in the NBA going on right now between the Magic and the Cavaliers. As the first pitch to Davis, a little bit inside to the right-hander for ball 1. Magic leading that one 31-18. The winner of that series will go on to play the Celtics in the second round. The 1-0 to Davis. In there for strike 1. Also in the NHL tonight, Game 7 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. That one starts at 5:30 p.m. this evening. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Davis. That was a curveball he was out in front of. So a couple of Game 7s here tonight. Magic Cavaliers going on right now, and then Golden Knights Stars. As strike 3 is called on the outside corner to Christian Davis from Avon Barney. So 2 strikeouts here. Get things going on the top half of the fourth inning. That's going to bring up Asa Fox, the right fielder. He reached on an error back in the second inning. First pitch he sees is a ball. And here comes the 1-0 to Asa. That one high as well for ball 2. Also going on, the Miami Grand Prix in F1 down in Miami, Florida, obviously. That one starts at 2 p.m. here this afternoon. 2-0, that one high to Asa Fox, so a quick 3-0 count to Fox. Max Verstappen looking to continue his dominance on the season. Far and away the leading point getter in Formula 1, followed by his own teammate at Red Bull, Checo Perez. 3-0 count now to Fox. Here it comes in there for strike 1 as Fox was taken all the way. Also on the diamond today, later this evening, or this afternoon, I guess I should say, as swing and a miss by Asa Fox makes it a 3-2 count. Also on the diamond this afternoon, Brewers Cubs, 2 AL Central rivals, I guess you could call them, as a full count from Fox. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, so Barney strikes out the side. And that will bring up the bottom half of the fourth inning. Troopers come to the plate leading 6-1 in the bottom half of the fourth. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Whether you're starting a business, safeguarding your assets for future generations, or navigating the complexities of property transactions, McCool Law Firm LLC in Sheridan provides tailored solutions that ensure your success. McCool Law Firm understands that each case is unique, and it is committed to delivering personalized service that will exceed your expectations. McCool Law Firm, protecting your legacy, stepping up to bat for you. Find out more and schedule a consultation at McCoolLawFirmLLC.com or call 307-461-9240.
You hear about the wearing way of vehicle buying, but what does it mean? It means stepping onto their lot without the weight of pressure on your shoulders. It means finding the perfect vehicle without feeling rushed or pushed. At Waring Sheridan Chevrolet, their priority is taking care of you long after the sale. In fact, their commitment's just starting. The Waring team are your neighbors and your friends and members of our community. Don't settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary. Discover the Waring way of vehicle buying. WaringSheridan.com.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Riley Green will come to the plate to lead things off here in this bottom half of the fourth inning. The Troopers leading 6-1 on the range scoreboard. Brendan Harlan still on the mound for the Flyers. It'll go Green, Lath Brown, then Tanner Hamrick, 8, 9, 10, as the Troopers are batting 10 here this morning. Lath Brown is that extra hitter in the lineup. So Riley Green will get things started. He reached on an error back in the second inning and then came around to score as well. So Harlan ready to go. Green ready to go. Here comes the first pitch. Just a bit high to the right-hander for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 to Green. That one low and inside for ball two. As I was saying before the break, Brewers and Cubs are about to get started here at 12:20 this afternoon. As the NL Central a little bunched up. We also have Dodgers versus Braves this evening as well. 2-0 count to Green is high and outside for ball three. Dodgers Braves going on this afternoon. Probably the two favorites to win the NL. Going head to head in the early part of the season as Riley Green works ball four, so a leadoff walk for the Troopers. Lath Brown come to the plate. He lines one into left center field. That ball's hit pretty well into the left center gap. It's going to get past the left fielder on a running catch. It kind of bounces out of his glove. That's going to allow Riley Green to come around from first and score. So Riley Green comes all the way around from first. He read that basically off the bat that was going to be in the gap. He had a good jump over there at first base. I'm going to put that down as an RBI double for Lath Brown. Not an official score, but you know what? That was going to be a tough play for the left fielder anyways. RBI double for Lath Brown. The extra hitter in this game is going to bring up Tanner Hamrick now with Brown over on second base. 7-1 lead on the range scoreboard for the Troopers. Hamrick squares around a bunt, pulls back, but it's called strike one. I didn't love that call. I bet Hamrick didn't love that call. And I bet Austin Cowan didn't love that call. 0-1 count now to Hamrick. He watches ball one outside. So 1-1 count to Tanner. And here it comes. That one hit pretty well into left field. It's going to be tailing foul out of play. Ball was hit well. He was just a little early on it and pulled it down the left field line. But struck well. So allowed second strike. 1-2 count now to the 10-hole man, second baseman here in this game for the Troopers. And here comes the 1-2. That one fouled off first base side, this time out of play. So it'll stay 1-2 to Tanner Hamrick. And here it comes. That one lined into right center field. It's going to hold up for the right fielder who's playing in the right center gap. Leif Brown's going to tag up, try to get to third base, and in there in time as the throw was a little late. Good job by Leif Brown to tag up there. So that will technically be done as a sac fly for Tanner Hamrick. And Leif Brown will now sit on third base with one down in the inning. Tyler Hutton up to the plate. And that one's fouled off. Third base side, out of play. Troopers getting some good swings here as they're starting to come around for a third time. This is the third time Hutton's seeing Harlan, as that one is kind of popped right at the shortstop, and that's going to be caught as Tyler Hutton caught that off the end of the bat. Not hit that very well. That's going to bring up Cale Hamrick. Another RBI opportunity for Cale today. With 2 down in the inning here this time. Leif Brown sitting over on third base. First pitch to Cale Hamrick. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Here comes the 0-1 to Cale. That one low for ball one. So 1-1 count to Cale. 2 down in the inning. Leif Brown still on third base. Here comes the 1-1. Catches the inside corner to the righty for strike two. So now 1-2 count to Cale Hamrick, and here comes that one outside for ball two. So now 2-2 count to Trooper shortstop. Had a 2 RBI single in the second and came around to score. Also walked in the first, came around to score as well. 2-2, here it comes to Cale. That one low for ball three. So payoff pitch to Hamrick is on its way. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled off first base side, out of play by Hamrick. Harlan, over the last 2 innings, did a pretty good job. Only allowed that 1 run, Riley Green, to come around to score after the RBI double. Other than that, limiting the damage here after some pretty heavy run first 2 innings. Comes the 3-2 again to Hamrick. That one outside for ball 4 as Harlan was running off the field thinking it was called strike 3, but no dice. That will go down as a walk. So Hamrick has been on all 3 times he's been to the plate. Very productive 3 games here over this past Saturday and Sunday, obviously. That's going to bring him to the plate, Tyler Reeson. Leif Brown still over on third. Hamrick now on first. First pitch to Reeson, high and outside for ball 1. As Hamrick is trying to steal, he's going to get there, no problem, no throw down. So that'll be a stolen base for Cale as Reeson watches ball 2 inside. Comes the next pitch to Reeson. That one fouled off first base side. So that'll be 1-2. Excuse me, I thought it was 2-1. It's 1-2 now. Umpire's going to ask for some baseballs. He's all out in those pockets. As home plate umpire gets resupplied here. And we are just about ready to go again. 1-2 count to Tyler Reeson. 2 down in the inning. Runners on second and third. Brown on third. Hamrick on second. Here comes the 1-2 once again as Leif Brown goes down swinging for out number 3. So Harlan gets out of the jam. One does come across in the inning. Troopers now lead 7-1 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball here on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, or watching live over on SheridanMedia.com.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season.
Getting behind the wheel is likely the most dangerous thing you'll do this week. Yet too many of us in Wyoming continue to ignore the best way to improve our odds in a crash. The 3 seconds it takes to buckle your seatbelt can mean the difference between life and death in a rollover crash. Just 3 seconds. It's simple. It's effective. So why are we still not doing it? Buckle up, Wyoming. Click it or ticket. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
Hi, this is Brent Wolf with Sheridan Motors, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Trooper Baseball. Troopers leading 7-1 on the range scoreboard. We do have a couple changes here. Tanner Hammer going to come in to pitch from second base. Will Greer is going to come in and move from right field to second base. And then Avin Barney out from pitching out to right field, his original position. And we are ready to go for Tanner Hamrick's first batter here of the day. The wind has really picked up from center field, going right into our face. First pitch from Tanner to Trevor Golick is outside for ball 1. Comes the 1-0 to Golick. That one low and outside for ball 2. The Troopers getting some good work in pitching wise. Will Greer go a couple innings? Avin Barney go a couple innings, and now Hamrick as that one's popped into center field. Hutton's going to try to run it down in from center field and makes the play. Wasn't an easy play, but Tyler Hutton got the jump he needed for out number 1. That's going to bring up Lucas Reaver, third baseman. He struck out swinging back in the second, 0 for 1 on the day. We're into the top half of the 5th here. Troopers leading 7-1 on the range scoreboard. First pitch to Reavers outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That one popped foul out of play, first base side into the parking lot as we all take a turn around and look. Think we're safe. No damage done to the car. So 1-1 count. Here comes in there for strike 2 on the outside corner. So 1-2 now to Reaver as he swings and misses. Stopped by Phillips in the dirt. He's going to throw down to first and get Reaver over at first. That'll be a strike him out, throw him out. And that's going to bring up Drew Higas. Drew Higas, the shortstop, he flew out to right field in the in the second inning. First pitch you see here is in there for strike 1. Higas 0 for 1 on the day. Here comes the 0-1. That one outside for ball 1. Again, kind of a skeleton crew for both these teams here today. Just 9 players coming in from Billings for the Flyers. The 1-1 fouled off first base side out of play. There's 9 players for the Flyers here today, 10 players for the Troopers. And the Troopers are playing with 1 extra hitter as well, as that was allowed by the Flyer manager. That one's hit back up the middle towards Cale Hamrick. He's going to field it cleanly and throw it first in time for out number 3. So the Flyers go 1-2-3 in the top half of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. Troopers leading 7-1 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Spring is in the air and it's the perfect time to make your dream of owning a home a reality. Hi, this is Cheyenne Panetta, mortgage lender at First Northern Bank of Wyoming, and we would love to see you at our Sheridan office where we offer a quick mortgage application, competitive rates, and can get you pre-qualified the same day. Stop by our branch at 36 North Gould or call 673-HOME to start your application today. We look forward to helping you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 197407.
Attention breakfast enthusiasts! McDonald's is introducing a new trio of bagel sandwiches. First, the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, or sink your teeth into a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel packed with flavor. But wait, how about a hearty breakfast experience? Steak, egg, and cheese bagel. That'll satisfy your morning hunger. Delectable bagel creations are available exclusively during breakfast hours only at McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Trooper Baseball. Troopers leading 7-1 on the range scoreboard as we head into the bottom half of the fifth inning. Got a new pitcher on the mound for the 406 Flyers. Dakota Quast is going to come in and pitch from his first base spot, as Brennan Harlan is going to go over to third base, and then Lucas Reaver, who was at third base, is going to move over to first base to cover for Dakota Quast. For the Troopers, coming to the plate here, see Quast for the first time. It's going to be 4-5-6. Frankie Maestri will lead things off. After him, it will be Avon Barney, and then Will Greer to start things here in the bottom half of the fifth. Troopers got 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and then 1 in the fourth. That's the extent of their scoring today. And the Flyers got 1 in the second. So it started off pretty well, and then cooled off here towards the later part of the game. First pitch from Quast, high for ball 1. Frankie Maestri has got a sick pencil bat that I would love to have myself. 1-0 pitch to Maestri outside for ball 2. It's got the eraser on the top. It looks like a classic number 2 pencil. It's amazing. I love the look. Here comes the 2-0. And that one's low for ball 3. I must have just broke that out because I haven't seen any of the Troopers use that before. The pencil bat before. It looks awesome. 3-0 count now to Maestri. Here it comes. Dribbled third base side, fielded by the third baseman. Going to be a long throw, and the throw over in time. So good play by the new third baseman over there, Brennan Harlan, who was the pitcher. So he was warmed up. His arm was warmed up and ready to go. So he made that throw. Avon Barney going to come to the plate. That pencil bat looks like a real pencil. First pitch to Barney, high and outside for ball 1. So now a 1-0 count to Barney. And that one popped third base side and may have a play. No, we're going to let it go out of play. So 1-1 count to Avon Barney. Quast a lefty, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup here. Here comes the 1-1. That one hit right back up the middle, but it's going to be fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Throw over to first in time for out number 2. Shortstop over there, Drew Higas, was playing that perfectly. And that's going to bring up Will Greer, who's now the second baseman. Greer been all over the place here today. Started off pitching, moved to right field when Avon Barney came in to pitch, and is now at second base with Tanner Hamrick up on the mound. He's kind of been all over. First pitch to Greer. A little bit low and outside for ball 1 to the righty. Greer so far today struck out looking in the first, grounded out to the second baseman in the third, so 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 to Greer, outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 from Quast. That one hit third base side, out of play, foul. It's allowed strike number 1 to Will Greer. Still 7-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. 2 down in the inning. And here comes the 2-1 to Greer. That one dribbled third base side, going to be fielded by the third baseman, Brennan Harlan over there. Throw over to first in time for out number 3. So the Troopers go 1-2-3. As we head to the top half of the 6th inning, Troopers leading 7-1. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Hi, this is Elizabeth,
JT,
and Dr. Dempsey with EBIA Hearing and Sound. May is Better Hearing and Speech Month. We invite you to take a proactive approach to your overall health and reconnect to the vibrant and beautiful world through better hearing.
Connection is the key to happiness. Enhance your joy, protect your mental acuity, and find ease in communication through better hearing. Our staff offers comprehensive hearing exams, tinnitus support, prescriptive hearing aids, and more.
Celebrate Better Hearing and Speech Month. Call today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971, or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
This is AJ Sayre with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
So the Troopers are going to have another change at pitcher here. Tanner Hamrick just goes 1 inning, and they're going to bring in Cale Hamrick, his brother, from the shortstop position to come in and pitch at least this 6th inning, maybe the 7th as well. We'll see. Tanner Hamrick's just going to move over to shortstop, so straight swap there. And coming up for the Flyers, it's going to be 9-1-2. Coco Davis leading things off here, and then it's going to be Dakota Quast at the top of the lineup and Seth Wren to get things going here in the top half of the 6th. Troopers lead 7-1 on the range scoreboard. And we are just about ready to go here as Coco Davis makes his way to the plate. Coco Davis so far today reached on a walk in the 3rd, and that's been his lone plate appearance so far today. And the first pitch he sees from Cale Hamrick is low and outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Davis. Here it comes. That one fouled off first base side, out of play. One count to Coco Davis. Here comes the 1-1. Inside to the right-hander. 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. That one inside as well. So 3-1 count. Coco Davis looking to lead off another inning with a walk, if possible. Which would be good production from the 9-hole man. 3-1 now to Davis. That one in there for strike 2. I thought that would have been ball 4 because Blaine Phillips didn't get a hold of it. It kind of squeaked away from him, and usually they don't reward. The umpires don't reward unless it's dead down the middle. So now 3-2 count to Davis. Here it comes. That one outside. That will be ball 4. So Coco Davis works a walk. That's going to bring up Dakota Quast. Dakota so far today grounded out to the second baseman in the 1st to start the game, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and then was victim to a double play in the 3rd. As the runner on first was the victim to the double play. First pitch to Quast, inside for ball 1. Quast a lefty. So Quast so far today technically 0 for 1 with the fielder's choice. 1-0 count to Quast. Swung on, dribbled first base side, and it's going to be fielded cleanly by Reeson, and just stepped on the bag for out number 1. That's going to allow Coco Davis to get over to second base. A 3 unassisted. Going to bring up Seth Wren with Davis over on second for the fielder's choice. That's Seth Wren so far today. Struck out looking back in the 1st and grounded into that double play back in the 3rd. 0 for 2 for him today. Watches strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Hamrick. Davis over on second. That one a little bit low, blocked by Blaine Phillips nicely. 1-1 count now. 1-1, one down here in the inning. And here comes the 1-1. That one outside for ball 2. Or no, excuse me, called strike 2. I apologize. Get home plate umpire has a little bit of a late call. 1-2 now. That one outside for ball 2. So now a 2-2 count to Wren, the righty. And here it comes from Hamrick. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. Blaine Phillips going to have to throw down, and does, and gets Wren to strike him out, throw him out. Blaine Phillips has been very good back there today. Been a wall. I don't think we've had a single wild pitch or a pass ball for the Troopers today. Not very many runners, but even without the runners, he's been stopping them back there. That's going to bring up Brennan Harlan, the third baseman. Now started the day on the mound. He swings and misses at strike 1. Harlan so far today grounded out to the third baseman back in the first, and then struck out swinging in the fourth. 0 for 2 on the day. Coco Davis still on second. Here comes the 0-1 to Harlan. Swings and misses at that one. So a quick 0-2 count from Cale Hamrick. 2 down in the inning. Cale looking to get out of this after giving up the leadoff walk. Here comes the 0-2 again. That one fouled off first base side, out of play. There's probably a ton of baseballs out there toward like the tennis center playground over there on the first base side. If you know Thorn Rider Park, you know what I'm talking about. 0-2 again from Cale. That one blooped right at Tyler Reeson at first base for out number 3. So Flyers do get one on, but none come across. So we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Troopers leading 7-1 on the Range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Runny noses, sore throats, and nagging coughs are everywhere. However, there's still time to protect you, your family, and your community from the spread of the flu. Call One Health to schedule your annual flu shot. Available for those 6 months and older, a flu shot can lessen the flu severity, prevent hospitalization, and even death. Visit your local One Health clinic to make arrangements for your annual flu shot. Visit onechc.org for more information.
Did you know Sheridan Motors is Sheridan's only locally owned and operated new vehicle dealership? That means when we thrive, Sheridan directly benefits. We're proud to support our hometown through sponsorships, good deeds, and excellent full-time jobs with benefits. Stop by your locally owned and operated Sheridan Motors to check out our incredible selection and find out what's coming soon. We know you have a choice when it comes to shopping for new and used cars, servicing your vehicle, and purchasing tires. On behalf of Sheridan Motors' entire team, thank you for your business.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Thorn Rider Park, Ernie Radolini Field. Troopers leading 7-1 over the Billings 406 Flyers on the Range scoreboard. So we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Blaine Phillips going to come to the plate to lead things off, the 7-hole man. And it's going to be Riley Green at the 8th spot, then Lath Brown at the 9th spot. As the extra hitter today, Troopers have 10 in the lineup. And we will get things started. Still Dakota Quast on the mound here for the Flyers. We'll see if the Troopers can maybe tack one on, maybe a couple more on would be nice. Get some insurance. If they get 4, they can win this game technically with the 10-run rule. We'll see at the very least if they can tack one more on for a little bit of insurance as they head into the top half of the 7th. Blaine Phillips ready to go. He's popped out twice to the shortstop in this game. And he watches ball 1 get things going. We will be back here next weekend, next Saturday. The Troopers welcome in Lovell. Here comes the 1-0. That one outside for ball 2 to Blaine Phillips. Troopers will welcome in Lovell next Saturday. First game will start at 5 p.m. Second game to follow. It's a doubleheader, and it's going to be the only home game action for the Troopers next weekend. 2-0 pitch to Phillips. In there for strike 1. They will be back out on the road taking on the Billings Royals on Sunday. So they'll have 4 games this upcoming weekend. 2-1 count to Phillips. That one's high for ball 3. Taking on the Lovell Mustangs on Saturday in a doubleheader, and then Billings Royals in a doubleheader on Sunday. We'll have the action between the Troopers and the Lovell Mustangs on Saturday for you. Same spot, same location. 3-1 to Phillips. Watches ball 4. So leadoff walk for Blaine Phillips. That's going to bring up Riley Green, the left fielder. Reached on an error in the second and walked in the fourth. Came around to score both times. So 0 for 0. 2 runs, though, have come across from Riley Green. First pitch to Riley. He squares around a bunt. Gets down a perfect bunt on the third base line. Pitcher should have left that one and let it go foul, but he grabs it and allows the runner to get over to first. If he let that one bounce a little bit more, it rolled foul, and we would have been doing it over. But nonetheless, that puts Blaine Phillips on second base. Riley Green now on first base after the infield single. Lath Brown come to the plate as the extra hitter today. He singled in the second and got an RBI double in the fourth. And the first pitch he sees a little bit high inside for ball 1. Now Troopers threatening, 2 runners on. Blaine Phillips on second, Riley Green on first. None down here in the inning. 7-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. Comes the 1-0 to Lath Brown. In there for strike 1. Again, if the Troopers can score 4 here, that will end the ball game with the 10-run rule. But at the very least, they want to put 1 across with the 2 runners on and none out here in the inning. Comes the 1-1. In there for strike 2 to Lath Brown as Blaine Phillips is trying to steal. It gets past the third baseman on the throwdown, and Blaine Phillips is going to come in and score. That was not a smart throw there from Christian Davis. Should have just held that ball because the third baseman was playing very far back. And the error from the catcher will put on another run for the Troopers. And Riley Green also moves up to second base on the errant throw. So now just 1 runner on, Green on second. A 1-2 count to Lath Brown. And here comes that one. Very nearly gets him. It gets past the catcher as well. And Riley Green's going to move up to third base now on a 2-2 count. So 2-2 count to Lath Brown. Green over on third. Still no outs here in the inning. And here it comes to Lath. That one's hit hard right at the shortstop. He's going to field on a hop and throw over to first in time. No, called safe. It was dropped by the first baseman. That was a heck of a play by the shortstop to keep that in front of him. That was a hard hit ball that he was able to field on a hop. But the ball just squirted out of the first baseman's glove, and that's going to be an E3, I would say. That allows Riley Green to come home and score. That's going to bring up Tanner Hamrick. And first pitch he sees inside for a ball. As Lath Brown now on first base. 1-0 count to Tanner Hamrick. Here it comes. That one low and outside as well for ball 2. So Tanner will be the 10-hole hitter. Then we'll have the top of the lineup again. Tyler Hutton waiting on deck. 2-0 count now to Tanner Hamrick. Here it comes. That one inside as well. It gets past the catcher again, and that's going to allow Lath Brown to move up to second base. That one will go down as a pass ball. Tanner Hamrick so far today, as he's sitting on a 3-0 count, grounded out to the pitcher back in the second and flew out to the right fielder in the fourth, but it was a sac fly in the fourth, so it'll go down as an 0-1 on the day here today. 3-0 pitch to Tanner. That one's definitely outside for ball 4. So another walk. And that puts the winning run on first base for the Troopers with Tyler Hutton coming to the plate. Hutton been up 3 times so far today. He flew out to center field in the first, walked in the second, came around to score, popped out to the shortstop in the fourth. 0 for 2 with a run. It's a lefty-lefty matchup here. Here comes the first pitch to Tyler. Outside for ball 1. Dakota Quast starting to miss the strike zone a little bit more. Those errors like that, where there should have been easy outs, can really get into a pitcher's head. Thinking, is there anything I can do to get an out here? 1-0, that one is away. Blocked a little bit by the catcher. Not far enough away for anybody to move up. So it'll stay first and second. Hamrick on first and Brown on second base. So 6 straight balls here from Quast. Here comes the 2-0 now to Hutton. That one in there for strike 1. Catches the top of the zone. Two-one count again. And here it comes to Hutton. That one a little bit higher, so that'll be ball 3. So if Hutton watches one more ball, that will load the bases for Cale Hamrick and put the winning run on second base. 9-1 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. And here comes the 3-1. That one spiked in front of home plate, so that will load the bases for Cale Hamrick, who will come to the plate. We are going to get time, and we are going to get a change in pitcher as Quast is going to come off. So we'll get you updated on the moves here in just a second. We're going to take a quick break as the new pitcher warms up. You're listening to Trooper Baseball here on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com as the Troopers lead 9-1 on the range scoreboard.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Raise your hand if you're looking forward to spring or summer. All of us at Kilpatrick Creations certainly are. Family reunions, fundraising events, third Thursdays. Lots of opportunities for custom t-shirts, hats, and promo gear. Whatever you need to outfit your event coming up, Kilpatrick Creations is your best option in all of Sheridan County. We'll design your artwork, help you pick out just the right item for your budget, and in the end, provide you with quality, affordable custom gear. Only Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in downtown Sheridan can do this for you.
Loans can help people when they need money. Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union makes loans. So does that mean Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union helps people? You bet it does. That's what it's all about. When you're a credit union member, that means you're also an owner. And practically anyone in the Sheridan area can be a member by becoming a customer. At Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, located at 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Mossholders Design Center proudly supports our young student athletes in Sheridan County. Being a member of a successful team takes determination, a strong work ethic, and great leadership. It's those qualities that have defined Mossholders over the last 115 years in Sheridan. We're proud of the Mossholders legacy, and we're proud of our local athletes and coaches. Let the talented and hardworking staff at Mossholders help you with your next furniture purchase or design project. Mossholders wishes each and every team the best of luck this season.
Hi, I'm County Commissioner Christy Haswell, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
So Coco Davis is going to move in from second base and take over on the mound. Troopers have bases loaded, no outs. Winning run on second base with a 9-1 lead on the range scoreboard. Cale Hamrick coming to the plate. It's Lath Brown on third, Tanner Hamrick on second, as the first pitch to Kale is hit right at the shortstop over there, and he's going to try to throw to second for one, and not in time over to first. So the forced out at second base, but a run does come home to score. Leith Brown, RBI, fielder's choice. Hutton is out, called out on the fielder's choice. He's the victim for out number one. Tyler Reeson to the plate now. Tanner Hamrick waits on third base, and then Cale Hamrick over on first. Reeson watches strike one. And that one misses the zone for ball one. So 1-1 count to Reeson, and Coco Davis steps off. And that one's hit right at the shortstop. That's going to allow Hamrick to come home and score, and that will conclude the ball game. Should conclude the ball game. 11-1 lead. And yes, that will conclude the ball game. I'm always not sure because it kind of pauses and everything, so I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to be sounding like I'm giving misinformation the whole time. But that is going to conclude the ball game. 11-1 victory for the Troopers. They get 4 in the bottom half of the sixth to put this one away, and they're going to shake them up to conclude this 3-game series here today. Troopers only allow 1 run the whole weekend. They had 29 total runs in that first game, 19-0 lead in the first game. And then the second game on Saturday, they had 10-0 lead, and then an 11-1 victory here in this one. So total, I'm going to do quick math here, 40-1 was the final score here this weekend for the Troopers, all wins, and that is a very successful weekend for the Troopers. They're going to be very happy with themselves. We're going to be back here next weekend, next Saturday. The Lovell Mustangs will come into town on Saturday with a 5 p.m. game, 5 p.m. doubleheader start, so that first game will start at 5 p.m. We'll be right here on Saturday the 11th, and the Troopers are going to hit the road on Sunday, taking on the Billings Royals at noon to start a doubleheader as well. That's going to wrap things up from us here this weekend. Big thanks to Steven Schreffler for sitting in here today. Grant Urey yesterday doing the camera work. Again, we'll be back here next Saturday, 5 p.m. start time against the Lovell Mustangs. But for now, Troopers win 11-1 on the Range scoreboard. You've been listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.